see that from in front of you. You see yourself doing right, and you do right.
Woo.
That's pretty, that's very pretty. Mirror, my God, you're ready, ain't you? That Apollo won't know what hit him. You're gonna roll over him like a bulldozer, an Italian bulldozer. You know, kid, I know how you feel about this fight that's coming up, because I was young once, too. And I tell you something. Well, if he wasn't here, I probably wouldn't be alive today. The fact that you're here and doing as well as you're doing gives me, what do you call it, motivation, huh? To stay alive. Because I think that people die sometimes when they don't want to live no more.
Nature's smarter than people think.
And nature is smarter than people think. Little by little, we lose our friends, we lose everything. We keep losing and losing till we say, you know, oh, what the hell am I living around here for? I got no reason to go on. But with you, kid, boy, I got a reason to go on. And I'm going to stay alive. And I will watch you make good.
And I'll never leave you.
And I'll never leave you until that happens. Because when I leave you, you'll not only know how to fight.
AJ, Pieces Jake Paul, who you going with?
Is that okay?
That's okay. Who you going with? Tonight, AJ Jake Paul. I'm an AJ fan. I want to see AJ win. But Jake Paul doesn't lose. And tomorrow, I'll tell you here, I told you so. I like an underdog. Listen here, I want to say something. Last night in a bookies in open show, a 26-year-old went into the bathroom. She was in there for half an hour. My friend works there. He went on his break for half an hour. He come back, she was still in the toilet. He tried to get in the toilet, he couldn't. The door was locked. He had to push his way in, and she was on the toilet seat. Her head against the door and fell on the floor. Dead. 26-year-old man. Anyway, good evening. We didn't catch a fucking thing. Shout out to Germany. How are you, Trevor? Hello, BMW.
Between the silence.
Here, did anyone have a fight on YouTube today? Something's cooking. I can smell it. There's a few Irishmen here. A little birdie told me there's a fella on here going to bring on a few people for a Christmas special. Maybe Christmas Eve, depending. Listen, every year I have the ghost of Christmas past, present and future knocking at me door. Grab me at 2 in the morning and flying to Neverland and show me flaws, you know. Like here, you might think that's a gay book, but wrinkles are experience. You see, look at here. I'm dealing with wrinkles. Look, I have nightmares. Yeah, that's why I have nightmares. And I can't sleep with it. We're going fishing again tomorrow. And wrapping presents. shout out to Germany. Guys, can you do me a favour? Even if you don't like me, who do you think is going to win between Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua? Listen, I'm a big boxing fan, and I could get this so wrong. I'll be honest with you, right? Jake Paul doesn't lose. And again, even if you don't like me, if you're a boxing fan, give me your opinion. No one's going to time you out. You know, it's like, I'll be honest with you, I've watched Jake Paul's career. I've watched AJ's career. I've called a lot of fights right in the past. I said to you twice, when you said Tyson Fury was going to be Alexander Usyk, what did I say? Fury will lose. And if he has a rematch, he'll lose. You understand? Shout out to Alexander Usyk. Jake Paul, listen, if he wants to fight Canelo and go, he wants to fight Terence Crawford, listen, if he beats AJ, people are going to move the goalpost. They're going to say it was fixed. AJ does not hit like Mike Tyson. He hits harder. He's much more younger. But see, Jake Paul, he's more hungrier. He has everything a man could want. He wants more. I'll be honest with you, I think the two of them are arrogant cunts. But as a boxing fan, look, you have to leave everything outside the flat. Okay? As a boxing fan, you'd probably say I was insane for even putting Jake Paul in that company. Like, look who Anthony Joshua is for. He's a two-time world champion. He's an Olympic gold medalist. You know, Jake Paul, he's fucking dangerous. And him and Logan do. They're successful at it. I like to back on the underdog, right? And Jake Paul, a lot of people are writing him off. Listen, I've called every one of his fights and I've called them all right. Awesome. Do you know what, right? Listen, yeah? All right, I've asked myself this question. I even asked my son today, right? Would you take a dive for $100 million? We all seen what happened in the Tyson Fury or in the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight. You know, it was rigged, staged. But Anthony Joshua is a fucking heavyweight. He hits hard. And people will know if it's fake. You know, he can walk off into the desert, Anthony Joshua, with his head held high. A two-time world champion. It's like, but Jake Paul, if Jake Paul beats, when Jake Paul wins tonight, they'll move the goalpost. He'll come down and wait. He'll ask Canelo, hey, Mr. Canelo, if I give you $150 million, will you fight with me? His brother Logan went 10 rounds with one of the most pound-for-pound champions of all time, Floyd Mayweather. It's Paul DNA. Whatever they touch. Now, I'll be honest with you. I followed Logan a lot longer than I followed Jake, right? And when Logan went to Japan or he went to some place where the suicide forest is and there was somebody fucking hanging and he made content and he got a big backlash over it. You know, I've been following them two kids for years and Jake Paul likes upsetting the party. Hello, Mr. Monkey. As an opinion, listen, I'm not a big fan of either of them. You know, I'm not even a big Tyson Fury fan anymore. You know, I'm an Alexander Usyk fan. I like Alexander Usyk. I like Tyson Fury. You need characters in boxing. You need styles make fights. Do you understand? You have to put bums on seats. And here, Netflix is the biggest cinema in the world, motherfucker. I reckon there's going to be loads of glitches. Can any of you remember the Mike Tyson fight? It kept freezing. You know what I mean? And all it takes is a second. And you're like, no, I've just missed it. What am I paying Netflix for? When it froze. And my phone's going ding, 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 ding. Jude, You were right, Jake Paul knocked AJ out. I'd be like, and I told you, Jake Paul won't lose this fight, and it could be scripted. I don't know, but I wouldn't like a right hand off him, and he's training like an animal. You know, I reckon he's on steroids. I reckon both of them are on steroids, him and Logan. And he'll say they're not. They're on performance-enhanced drugs. You know, they're athletes, them boys, and they've proved it. Logan in WWE, even though it's fake, here, imagine doing a double fucking somersault off a turnbuckle and landing on your face. Is there anything fake about that when you break your jaw on your nose? Yeah, hey, it's tonight at 1 o'clock. I think 1 o'clock is the ring walk. Look, I hope. Listen, Anthony Joshua is a rich man, no matter what happens tonight, but I'd hate to see him bow now by taking a dive for £100 million. Would you take a dive for £100 million? You know, Mike Tyson did. You know, and I was a Mike Tyson fan too. But once Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul, he wasn't the same Mike Tyson for me. He become Uncle Mike. Not Mike Tyson, Uncle Mike. Your regular uncle that you'd stand in the garden with and give him, just stay out of his range. And just keep going, bang, bang, double jab. High guard, chin tucked in, pretend you've an apple here. You know, elbows tucked in, either side, you understand? Like, you've no idea. Forget it. I can box, but AJ hits harder than Mike Tyson. That's just... Here's the thing, though. Netflix is the biggest streaming fucking thing in the world, right? And to have... Jake Paul was the first one, I think, for a sports event other than football. No, not even football, to be held. You know, and I like an underdog. I like a Rocky story. He come from the country. You know, a country boy that has everything a man could want. Wealth, health, properties, supercars, loads of watches, everything. And if he beats AJ tonight, people will say, it's fixed. They'll move the goalpost. The same with Paddy Pimblett. I think Armin should have gotten the shot. I'm a UFC fan. Them boxing, them football. Me mates call me an analyst or an enthusiast. You know why? Because I read a lot or watch a lot. 6-1 to win. Bro, anonymous, you know, he has his own betting site, right? I'll be honest with you, I'm a boxing fan. I want AJ to win. You know, I really do. Because I like seeing Jake Paul getting splattered. You know, I really do. And I'm not hating on him. I admire him. I respect him as a ruthless businessman. No matter what he does or no matter what he touches, turns to dollar, 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 dollar. You know. Paddy Pimblett should not have gotten the shot against Justin Gaethje. Armin Sarukian should have gotten it. The reason why he didn't get it is because the night of the UFC fight, on the way in, he didn't make weight. You're meant to make championship weight, do you understand? And he didn't do it. So Dana was fucked off. You could have ruined the whole event. But 6-1, they're good odds. Mate, guys, look, even if you don't like me, and you're a football fan, a UFC fan, a boxing fan, and we don't get along, you're welcome in here. You know, a lot of people connect through football, boxing, UFC. You know, I had a dream. Do you want to hear this? This is what I had a dream of the other night, right? And I'm not joking you. And sometimes when I talk about something that happens in my dreams, the other night, I'm sitting on the White House lawn, Islam Makhachev and Habib Nurmagomedov is sat right next to me, it's like Islam. I'm thinking Islam's fighting. Next of all, Habib gets in the cage. And then you hear Sinead O'Connor. You know what I mean? Conor McGregor walking out like that, you know what I mean? The two of them in the ring, everybody out of the ring, they're about to fight, and Brock Lesnar's music comes on, and the two of them run. That's what I dream about. You know, they're about to have fucking fisticuffs. You know, and Brock Lesnar's music comes on. Donald Trump is like, here. Who was that guy? Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, Richard, don't say that. I don't want this fight to be rigged. If Jake Paul gets knocked spark out, a lot of the world will laugh. But I just, listen, this kid is a winner. Even if he loses tonight, he still wins. Every time he loses, he wins. Do you understand? Like, if he beats AJ tonight, people are going to say it was rigged. I like Anthony Joshua as a boxer. You know, he's proven. Olympic gold medalist, world champion twice, and he's fighting a YouTuber. But he's not a fucking YouTuber. He's fucking dangerous, Jake. Do you understand? The only good thing Anthony Joshua has going for him is he's taller and he's got a longer range and reach. But I honestly think Jake Paul's going to win this fight. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But if I'm wrong, I win still. Because I want AJ to win. So I'm in that situation. Even when I win, I lose. Or when I lose, I win. I want AJ to win. But I just think Jake is younger, hungrier, and wants nothing more than to prove himself to the world. Because he knows people laugh at him and don't take him serious. Well, when he knocks AJ out tonight or wins on points, I'll tell you tomorrow, not one of you agreed with me. The reason I say that, look at the Tyson fight. Richard, this is what I'm saying. I want to see a good fight. Hey, Finn, I want to see a fair fight. I don't want to see it fixed. You know, AJ could kill Jake Paul in the ring. But here's the thing. Jake is prepared to die. You know, and he's the underdog. Like, he's no business. Listen, and I'll tell you this, right? Just like his brother Logan fought Floyd Mayweather, one of the best fucking fighters of all time, one of the most skilled defensive fighters of all time, multiple weight divisions, 5, 6 time, whatever. It's like, and Logan went 10 rounds with him. You know, and what Floyd does best, drags you into deep water and suffocates you with his work. Simple, you know. But I've an awful feeling, if Jake Paul wins, yous are going to say it's rigged. Finn, what are you going with? I'm only on for half an hour here. I have to do a lot of rapping tomorrow, and I swear to God, I am the worst rapper on YouTube. And I don't mean spitting bars. I mean sellotape and paper. I'm fucking rubbish at it. If you get a gift off me, you'll definitely know I rapped it. But, Finn, who are you going with? Finn, listen to me. We need to do a Christmas special. Me, you, Spencer and Luke. I'm going to text you tomorrow, right? We'll do it. Hey, we could do it tomorrow. Listen, I'll send you a message on Instagram. Luke, if you're watching, I'll send you a message on Instagram. Spencer, if you're watching, I'll send you a message on Instagram. Did JDP fight that fella today in the dark corner? What's his name? Him with the tattoo like Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? Like, snap kick into the head. Wah! Now look at you. There, Steph, would you get up out of that? Hey, You know Brock Lesnar, the way he gives John Cena 6 F5s. Yeah, take that into retirement. You know, but I had a dream that Islam fought somebody else and Khabib fought Conor, and as he's about to fight Conor, Brock Lesnar comes out with his music with Paul Heyman next to him. My client, Brock Lesnar. You know, that kind of way. And then you see The Undertaker rising. Dun, 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 dun. Imagine that. That'd be deadly. But who do you reckon will make that card? Who do you reckon will be the headline at the White House? I'd say Islam and Oiler to Poirier. If Paddy gets past Justin Gaethje, the UFC will make that fight. Oiler to Poirier, his wife had sexy time with Armin, or I don't know what's going on. He's not charming, but I tell you one thing, mate, his daddy is a billionaire. Armin doesn't need the money, but he didn't make weight, you know. And in that game, when you're a professional, it's frowned on if you don't make weight. Championship weight, you know, you should make 155 or whatever you are. You know, it's like, or whether you're welterweight, it does not matter. You have to make weight. You know, you're given enough time to prepare. You know, you're headlining a card in fucking Saudi Arabia. Show up, weigh in, you know, and then after you weigh in, eat like fuck. But I'd like to see Khabib Conor too, but it'll be the same outcome. Khabib would maul Conor. You know what I mean? Even if Conor's found Jesus, you know, he can find the fucking devil, King Kong, whoever. He's still not winning. Them guys from Dagestan are next level. You know, alhamdulillah, I know you guys don't like this. Tomorrow night, guys, I'm going to smash your boy. Smash, not smash, smash. You know, but I honestly believe in me heart I want AJ to win, but me boxing brain is telling me, Jake Paul's going to win this fight tonight. I can't tell you whether it's rigged or whether it's not. That's the prediction I'm going with, you know, and that's all I've got. You know, only sometimes, bro, you know, the odd time when I'm allowed off the leash. Yeah, I'll drink loads of tequila too and snort loads of brown as well too, and spice. Why, have you any to sell me? Finn, stick an arrow in him for me, brother. Thank you. Why, do you want to buy me some? Yeah, at least don't sell me arse. Yeah, at least don't sell me arse. Anyway, I'll be going very soon. But yeah, I don't know whether I'll even stay up for it tonight. I might just watch it tomorrow. I'm going to go fishing tomorrow. And hopefully, Finn, remember last night, all them ambulances and all? And the bookies. Me ex's works in the bookies. He's from Northern Ireland, right? And he's a pal of mine. We become friends and what have you, right? I'm coming out of Morrison's and I seen all the blue lights, so I went over. They wouldn't let me in. I said, here, my friend works in there. I'm concerned. You know, what's his name? I told her. She come out, she said, love, I can't tell you anything. All you can say is they're working on her. I said, what do you mean they're working on her? She said, love, I can't tell you no more. Can you stand back? Finn, me mate, was going on his break at about 6 o'clock, yeah? When he was going on his break, he seen this girl going into the toilet. Apparently she's a regular and he knows a bit about her life. He goes on his break for half an hour. He comes back. She's still in the toilet. He says to his colleague, bro, is she still in there? He goes, yeah. He goes, why didn't you check on her? He goes, knocks at the door. Here, love, are you okay in there? Love, love, no answer. He had to break the door in. She was against the door, her head. When he opened the door, she fell on the ground, bro, in a very undignified manner. You know, he found her dead. He laid her on the floor. He's trying CPR, 999. You know, he's going to have post-traumatic stress over that. He already has it. He's from Northern Ireland, you know. But rest in peace to that girl. I had to go out today, Finn, because it bothered me. I seen her on the ground, Finn. I seen them doing compressions on her fucking chest. You know what I mean? 26 years old, bro. You know, of a daughter older. Anyway, I'm going to play a banger and then I'm gone. I'll see you all tomorrow. Finn, 4,200 subs. Sorry, 4,210. That means of 790 to hit me target. 6,600 videos. 2.5 million people. Come on, Jake Paul. I hope, I'll be honest with you. I don't like Jake Paul, but I like his tenacity. I always like to see an underdog win. You know what I mean? Like, he shouldn't even be in the same conversation. Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? A former two-time champion, gold medalist. You know, so if this kid wins tonight, man, you just have to give him a bit of credit. You know, every fight he's had, I've called it. Every fight AJ has had in the last 3 years, I've called it. Every fight that Usyk has had in the last 3 years, I called it. Every fight Islam Makhachev has had since Khabib has left, I've called it. You know, I'm very good at that. Anyway, tell you what else I'm good at. Disappearing. Hey, do you want to hear the joke? Have you heard about the gay magician? No? Anybody? He vanished with a puff.